fresh off a heated tooth and nail down to the final out. Lost last night, the Batavia Muckdogs take the diamond once again in a homecoming at Dwyer Stadium. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in this evening. My name is Nikita Lohman. I'll be taking you through tonight's contest as the Batavia Muckdogs take on the rival Elmira Pioneers. As you can see on the screen, the Muckdogs, 12-8 on the season, third in the West Division. They've been playing pretty well as of late, 6-4 in their last 10. Very, very similar story for the Pioneers, as they sit at 11-8, fourth place. Just a half game separates these two teams, which I think is fitting when you consider the history of these two squads. You go back to last year, the Pios knocked out the Muckdogs in the West Division final. But anyways, that was 2024. In 2025, the Pioneers were red hot, but things have cooled off as of late, as they come into this one on the heels of a 3-game losing streak, including a loss last night to the Geneva Red Wings, who sit at 5-15 on the summer. So you better believe that they're coming into this one not too happy. Coach Andrew Drum and the Pioneer squad looking to get back in the win column, as are the Muckdogs. They've generally been fantastic this season, coming off of a loss. They've lost 2 games in a row just once. So they've been doing a great job of righting the ship. This will be the 4th time these two teams play, as the Muckdogs lead the season series 2-1. The last time these two matched up was 15 days ago. That was at Dunn Field. And due to a rainout a week prior, it was a doubleheader, which the two teams split. Oftentimes, you'll see that. Pretty common to see a doubleheader split. Just a ton of baseball. Hard to go full throttle for 14 straight innings. And the Muckdogs, in fact, with that doubleheader, they did not know they were playing a doubleheader until just a few hours before the game. So they came out, the bats were, a little slower in game 1. They lost 3-1. But in game 2, they were firing on all cylinders as they put up 15 runs in 7 innings, en route to a 15-8 victory. That was on the road. The first time these two teams played at Dwyer Stadium was the Muckdog home opener. And that one was utter dominance. Batavia made quick work of the Pios, mercying them in a 13-1 victory. And there's a bit of similarity, some continuity in tonight's matchup compared to that one just about 1 month ago, as Gavin Chandler will take the ball tonight. He'll look to replicate that success he had, as on the 31st of May, he went 5.1 innings, allowed 1 run, gave up 7 hits, 1 walk to 4 Ks. He's had a very strong start to the season, an ERA below 3. He skipped his last start, though, so he's coming into this one very well rested. Last time we saw Gavin Chandler take the mound was on June 17th, so 11 days since his last start. You better believe he's going to be looking to pitch deep into this game, especially considering the fact that tomorrow is a doubleheader for the Muckdogs, as it is for the Pioneers. So both of these squads in the busy part of this schedule. You're not going to find a whole lot of off days as we ramp up towards the end of the year. So doubleheaders only accentuate that added pressure. We're just about 10 minutes away from first pitch here this evening. We will step aside for just a moment, but when we return, we'll have the national anthem, lineups, first pitch, and baseball this evening, as two heated rivals go to battle here at Dwyer Stadium. after that wonderful performance of the national anthem, we return as we are just a few moments away from first pitch here this evening. And with that, let's give you a look at tonight's Elmira Pioneers starting lineup, which will go up against Gavin Chandler. Leading off and playing shortstop, it'll be Aiden Grabowski. Batting second, it's the catcher, TJ Gramesti. Batting third is the left fielder, Anthony Manganiello. In the four-hole, it's the four-year vet, Cooper Smith. He'll man right field. John Simmons mans the hot corner. He'll bat fifth. Ty Martino is the designated hitter, batting sixth. Brooks Hicken is at first base, batting seventh. Brendan Hammer manning second, batting eighth. Liam O'Neill is tonight's extra hitter, batting ninth. And Dylan Fatovich is in center field, rounding out the lineup, batting 10th. Michael Geisler will be on the mound tonight for the Pioneers. Now, let's give you a look at the numbers on Gavin Chandler. I gave you a sneak peek on him. They have been great in the early going. This is his fourth start, as I mentioned, has not pitched since the 17th. So, coming into this ball game on 11 days rest, he's gone 13.1 innings, has a 2.7 ERA, 8 strikeouts to 4 walks. And the batting average against, in my personal opinion, I really don't think that matters. I think the way that Gavin Chandler throws the ball, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to walk a lot of guys. Sure, sometimes he's going to give up a few soft contact singles, but at the end of the day, he's going to get out of those jams. He's going to continue to throw strikes and challenge hitters. I love the way that Gavin Chandler attacks pitching. The Pioneers lineup has been formidable to start the year. Of course, the last game Chandler pitched against Auburn. The Auburn lineup, the numbers a bit better on the season compared to Elmira, but he went 4 innings pitched, allowed 2 earned runs in his last start. This will be a second time facing the Pioneers for those of you who are with us just briefly before the game. Chandler was fantastic in that home opener, which saw the Muckdogs mercy the Elmira Pioneers, as he went 5.1 innings, allowed 1 earned run, 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. It was a Gavin Chandler-esque start. Mixed up his pitches, he threw strikes, and he put his team in a position to win a ball game. He'll be looking to do just that here tonight as he makes his warm-up tosses. Looking at the Muckdog defense behind the plate, Chandler's battery mate will be Cooper Romick. From first to third, Justin Espinal is at first base. Caleb Walker at second, Tyler Castrataro at shortstop, and Jackson Inman at third. So, after back-to-back games in left field, Castrataro now slides back in and plays his usual shortstop. And looking at the outfield from left to right, it'll be Sean Mindos, Travis Hammond, and Braden Horton. Nice to see Sean Mindos playing left field for the first time since he was banged up 20 days ago. He was the designated hitter last night, went 1 for 4. Also was the DH against Syracuse on the 26th. But today, his first day playing the field. Glad to have him back out there. Great that he's feeling better. As Gavin Chandler done with his warm-up tosses, Aiden Grabowski digging into the batter's box. We are just about ready to get underway this evening. Grabowski on the season, batting .348 and .828 OPS. He takes strike 1 right there, and we are underway. Grabowski was quiet the last time these two teams played, went 0 for 3 on the 13th, started in one of the 2 ball games. It's a fly ball to right center field. Travis Hammond drifts over and makes the catch for out number 1. So, 2 pitches, 1 out here for Chandler. as he faces the big bat of TJ Grimesti. Grimesti, the Florida Atlantic University attendee, leads the Pioneers in just about everything. A 446 average, a 569 on base, an OPS at 1.158. On top of all that, a catcher with 6 stolen bags, 11 walks to 6 strikeouts. He's got a home run and 12 ribbies. Look, going from top to bottom, there is not one thing you can nitpick about Grimesti's stat line. He has been absolutely incredible through the first 19 games of the summer, as he pops that one up first base side. More behind home plate. Romick gave it a look, but it goes out of play to even the count at once. Understandably so, the Muckdogs were very careful with Grimesti the last time these two teams faced off, as that one's popped up first base side. Looks like it may stay in. Justin Espinal leaps to try to grab it. Goes into the net, but it lands out of play. You love the effort from Espinal, but never had a shot at that one. Gavin Chandler ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Grimesti played in both games, one behind the plate, one as an extra hitter back on the 13th. Went 1 for 4, was walked twice. So that one grounded to third. It hits off of Inman. And TJ Grimesti will reach base. Have to think that'll be an E5. It is indeed ruled an E5, so Grimesti reaches. A man on with 1 away, as Anthony Manganiello comes to the plate. Manganiello was strong the last time these two teams played. Went 2 for 3 on the season, hitting .265. An OPS at .737. A left-on-left matchup between Chandler and Manganiello, so got to think that the southpaw on the bump will have the favor and the edge here, as that heater just misses the count 2-0. Skied foul, third base side out of play. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. I firmly believe the Muckdogs, Skip Martinez, pitching coach Grant Bickham, Coach Pichardo, Khalid Cox, every last one of them are hoping, maybe even asking Gavin Chandler to give him some length. The guy who led his conference in complete games during the regular season at Bevel State Community College. More than capable of giving that length. You have to think that might be part of the reason why he skipped his last start. Of course, a doubleheader tomorrow, so they'll have to find a way, scratch and claw, to get innings there when you've got to throw 14 of them. It complicates things a bit more, as your starters are on a schedule to push them a day up. You can risk injury, maybe potentially they're just off their rhythm, off their game. As the 3-2. High pop, third base side. Inman and Romick chase over, but that one will reach the seats. They'll do it again with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chandler kicks and fires home. Fouled away once again. So there's a hope. There's a hope for Gavin Chandler to go deep into this ball game. The Pioneers making it difficult. Some long ABs. The runner goes on 3-2. That one line down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Hits right near the tarp. Down that right field line. Then the ball tossed out to some fans, some young fans out there in the play area by the visitors' clubhouse. Again, they'll do it on 3-2 as the 9th pitch will not be delivered just yet as Chandler checks in on Grimesti at first. Again, Grimesti may be a catcher, 6 stolen bags, so an athlete. And they're treating him that way. They read the scouting report. They know that he has some wheels. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Chandler looks back. Now he'll come to the plate. A called strike. My apologies. I thought I heard him getting ready to call strike 3. But no, that one missed a touch outside, jumped the gun. So it's the first walk of the day for the Pioneers. Good lead by Manganiello. And there are 2 on with 1 down for Cooper Smith. Smith on the season hitting .300. No extra base hits, but a .383 on base. He's got 7 RBIs to his name. He was another guy who played in both games. 2 of his 7 ribbies came in that doubleheader on the 13th. He went 1 for 7. Also had a walk as that one gets away from Romick briefly. The throw down to third is high. Grimesti with some aggressive base running. It pays off as Manganiello trails him, slides up to second base. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Here in the top of inning number 1. Chandler will now go from the windup. They're in at the corners are Inman and Espinal. That one. Hot shot. 1 hop to Castrataro. Throws to first in time. Grimesti with some savvy base running. Held up for a moment. When Castrataro elected to go to first, he made a dash for the plate, made it without a throw. So the Pioneers strike first as it's an RBI ground out for Cooper Smith and a 1-0 lead here early, the top of inning number 1. As John Simmons now will come to the plate. First pitch fouled back. Simmons attends Liberty University, the former school for Braden Horton before he transferred to Oklahoma. He may have a .233 average, which might make you think he's not doing well at the plate. I would beg to differ, however, as an OPS at .838 thanks to an on-base at .443 and a slug nearing .400. He smoked a triple to the wall dead central against the Muckdogs in the Pioneers' loss, 15-8 loss in the doubleheader on the 13th. Now behind 0-2. That breaking ball misses outside. So Simmons stays alive. Simmons does a great job of controlling the zone. 15 walks, 10 strikeouts. All of that contributes. The average may not be super high, but he brings everything else. That heater just misses to even the count up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Chandler delivers. That breaking ball popped up third base side, out of play. Chandler ready with the 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A man on second base. Simmons, before that offering, will step out, reset. Gavin Chandler ready to go, though. He stayed connected with that rubber. Now he'll set. He kicks and fires. That breaking ball misses outside to run the count full. A lot of deep counts here early from the Pioneers. That's something to monitor as we go deeper into this ball game. Now on 3-2, the pitch. Popped foul, third base side, out of play. A whole lot of foul balls, a lot of payoff pitches that we've seen here early. The Pioneers not making it easy on Gavin Chandler. One run across, that one is unearned. As here's the 3-2. Heater clips the outside corner. Chandler sets down Simmons for out number 3. The Pioneers strike for 1 run on no hits in the top half of the first inning. They leave a man stranded at second. We will be back for the bottom of inning number 1. Pios 1, Muckdogs coming to bat in just a few minutes.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
We return now for the bottom of inning number 1 to give you a look at the Muckdogs starting lineup this evening. Leading off and playing right field, it's the usual leadoff man, Braden Horton. Sean Mindas slides up to 2 tonight. He's playing left field. Jackson Inman will bat third. James Bolton, the extra hitter, is in the cleanup spot. Tyler Castrataro, normally in the 2-hole now. In the 5th slot in the order, Justin Espinal will bat 6th and play first base. Omar Carreras is the designated hitter. Today is his 21st birthday, so the birthday boy looking to give himself a gift. Cooper Romick is behind the plate. He'll bat 8th. Travis Hammond in the 9-hole, once again manning center field. And Caleb Walker, the 10th man, plays second base. Hammond and Walker, you can pretty much pencil in as 9th and 10th in the order. 2 slick fielders with some speed who can also bring it with the stick. It's ever so important to have those bats at the bottom of the lineup to flip things over. Michael Geisler, the pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers. He's had a good season so far in his second year in that Elmira blue. He's got a 3.21 ERA over 14 innings. He's made 3 starts. This will be his 4th. 14 strikeouts to 7 walks. Last time he pitched was on the 21st versus Newark. So a full week of rest. As Braden Horton will get this party started. The numbers on the season: a .395 average, a .571 on base, an OPS at 1.150. One of the best hitters in the PGCBL to start out the summer. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. I think his best asset is his ability to control the strike zone. 14 walks, second on the team. As a broken bat, slow roller. Geisler fields, flips to first in time for out number 1. So Horton is retired, as Sean Mindas will come to the plate. Mindas hitting .417, a .464 on base, an OPS at .881. Also, a great RBI guy with 9 ribbies on the season in just his 8th game. First pitch is low. Last night he went 1 for 4. Getting his feet under him, he's looked good. The ABs have been impressive. Considering the amount of time he missed, he got right back into it. You know, with major league players or minor league guys, you can put them on a rehab stint. Let them play minor league ball, give him some time against these high-tech machines. Frankly, that's just not an option here. As a nice breaking ball drops in for strike one. The way to get back into the groove, to get back into live action, is getting back into real ball games. Here comes the 2-1. That breaking ball. Another beauty drops in for strike two. Sean Mindas, sure, he got one game against Syracuse to get his feet wet, but a sport like baseball takes more than one game to get back into the groove of things. The 2-2. Misses low and outside to run the count full. So it's been very impressive to watch. The comfortability, it seems like he missed no time, jumped right back into action. As the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, that pitch well outside for ball 4. So Sean Mindas continues his trend of good ABs, draws a 1-out walk for Jackson Inman. Inman hitting .340 on the season, a .472 on base percentage. This is his 17th game of the summer. Last night, went 1 for 3 with a walk. It feels like even when he's having a more quiet day, he still finds a way to get on base a couple times, as is evident by the .472 OBP. As he gets on base right there, he's hit by the first pitch, and 2 runners on quickly for the Muckdogs here in the bottom of the first inning. For James Bolton. Bolton appearing in his 13th game. .444 on base, .333 slug is good for a .777 OPS. A lot of repeating numbers on that stat line. Bolton did not play yesterday. On the 26th versus Syracuse, he got his first start of the summer at first base. Interesting to monitor when they want to give Justin Espinal a day off and when they want to find time for his bat in the lineup. How many times we see him. Breaking ball clips the outside corner for strike one. Nice pitch right there from Geisler. We've seen some good feel of that breaker in the zone early on today. That one misses low and outside to even the count at ones. Geisler awaits. He looks back at Mindas at second. Now will come to the plate. That one misses. Mindas is going for third. It only got a little bit away from Grimesti. The throw away is not in time, though. The ball just barely squeaked away from the catcher, Grimesti. He got on it quickly and made a strong throw into third. Sean Mindas, though, just beat it. Aggressive base running from both sides. In fact, pretty similar plays. Jackson Inman did not follow Mindas. He stays at first base. Runners on the corners now. James Bolton looking to answer back. A productive out would get the job done. Is that a nice pick? That one yanked into the dirt, but Grimesti right there with it. 3 balls and a strike, though, on James Bolton. Bolton in the top 5 in walks for the Muckdogs. He's got 10. Very well could see number 11 right here. As Inman goes for second, the throw down is not in time, and Sean Mindas will walk to the plate. Not even an attempt to try to throw out the runner breaking for home. You had the sense that that was the play the Muckdogs were going for the whole way. But Sean Mindas trots home. His aggressive base running pays off as this one is tied up at 1 apiece. Both teams without a hit, but with a run on the board, as the count is full now on James Bolton, as that one is fouled away. for Jackson Inman, his second stolen base of the season. Definitely got some athleticism. Not one of the main guys that usually gets the green light to run, though, as James Bolton will call time and step out. Little reset before the payoff pitch comes home. Here it is again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That breaking ball misses up and inside. So, another base runner for the Muckdogs. Runners on first and second. James Bolton continues to display his plate discipline as Tyler Castrataro will come to the plate. Castrataro had a pair of hits last night. He's hitting .344 on the season. He's appeared in every single game for the Muckdogs so far. This is his 21st contest of the season. Generally, again, has been in the 2-hole. Knock him down to the 5 spot, and he's up with an opportunity to drive in some runs. Very likely the reasoning for the slide down a few spots in the order was to get him up with RBI opportunities. He's got 13 ribbies on the season, which is tied for the team lead. So understandable why you'd want him up in these situations. That one misses high and inside. Geisler with 2 walks and a hit by pitch here in the first inning. Looking a bit to try to find the strike zone. So 1-0 breaking ball deep into left center field. Given a charge, but under it, making the catch for out number 2 is Fatovic. Castrataro got a barrel on it, but no luck to show for it. The runners stay put at first and second as Jackson Inman take a few steps off the bag just to ensure that he'd score if that ball did in fact get down. And with 2 away, Justin Espinal will come to the plate. His 18th game, .281 average. One of the main slugging guys in this Muckdog lineup. 5 extra base hits to his name. Has the only home run of the summer for Batavia as he takes a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-0. Outside. Justin Espinal quickly ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. The birthday boy, Omar Carreras, in the on-deck circle. Getting a little bit of advice, some of scouting reports, some details from Tyler Castrataro as he looks on. The 2-0 pitch is cut on and missed by Espinal. It's 1-1 here in the bottom of inning number 1. 2 outs, 2 men on. Geisler comes home. There's a swing and a miss. Good change up there. Pulled the string to even the count at 2s. Geisler 1 strike away from closing out the bottom half of inning number 1. Here's the pitch. Line drive into center field. That one is going to get down for a base hit. Inman will come around and score. It's the first hit of the day for the Muckdogs and their second run here in inning number 1. Justin Espinal, with his 13th RBI on the season, turns it into a 3-way tie atop the leaderboards, and it buys Omar Carreras in AB with 2 men on. The birthday boy still looking for his first hit in PGCBL play this summer, and this would be the perfect time for it. He started in last night's game, went 0 for 2 with 2 walks. That breaking ball misses outside. Carreras ahead in the count. Similar story to Gavin Chandler and the Muckdogs. Pioneers, they play a doubleheader against the first place Niagara Falls Americans tomorrow. So they're going to want as many arms as they can afford. The Muckdogs working the count, getting on base, putting up runs here in inning number 1, seriously jeopardizing Geisler's ability to go deep in this game. It's 2-0. That one does drop in for a strike. That one grounded, first base, fielded cleanly, going to the bag. In time is Hicken for out number 3, but not before the Muckdogs strike for 2 runs on 1 hit. They take the lead for the first time today as we head now to inning number 2. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our wonderful sponsors. While we have a moment, I'd like to shine a light on not some, all of the incredible sponsors which power Muckdogs baseball. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon and Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Max Pies Furniture, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Zoom Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care Center, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Salino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Ever Dry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Farrell Gas, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxick, Geico, Genesee County Chamber, Glow Regional Waste, Go Health, Graham Corporation, Healthy Families Wyoming and the Genesee Partnership, Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Land Pro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mogaveros Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Owatka Milk Products, Overheard Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, TVFCU, and the United States Gypsum Company. Just in time for inning number 2, Gavin Chandler, after a 26-pitch first inning, comes out, and the first pitch is a ball low. That was pitch number 27 for Chandler on the day. That one, a bunt laid down. Romick fields, he'll throw to first. Not in time, though. A beautiful bunt by Martinaw, the designated hitter, to open up inning number 2. Romick made a strong throw. A guy with a rocket of an arm. There's really not a whole lot you can do when a ball is perfectly placed like that. So a little bit of small ball from the Pios as another lefty comes to the plate in Brooks Hicken. Hicken on the season hitting 167, went 0 for 2 versus the Muckdogs back on June 13th as Gavin Chandler paints a heater for strike 1. Hicken, a Jacksonville, Florida native, attends Florida State College. 1 extra base hit on the season and OPS just a touch above 400. Chandler with a long look now comes home, and Hicken flies it into shallow left center field. Travis Hammond drifts on and makes the catch for out number 1. Brendan Hammer coming to the plate. Had a good day at the office back in the doubleheader. Went 2 for 3 with a ribby. That's fitting for the season as he's hitting .364 in on-base percentage at .481, nearing .500. So there is strike one. Gavin Chandler getting ahead of batters here tonight, here in inning number 2. It's going to go a long way towards keeping that pitch count down and going deep into this one. The 0-1 is cut on and missed for strike 2. No doubt about it. You don't need to tell Gavin Chandler that. He, better than anyone on this field, knows how to get deep into ball games. He pitches to contact, induces a whole lot of soft contact. So throw over, check out on Martineau at first base. He's back in time. Oh, 0-2 the count. That one up high for ball 1. Chandler with another long look home. Now comes to the plate. The runner goes for second. The pitch popped foul first base side. Espinal charges after it, but it lands in the seats. Martineau with 3 stolen bases on the summer, looking for stolen bag number 4 right there. But swinging and fouling that one off will force him back to first base. We'll see if he's in motion. We'll see if, with a guy who does a great job taking contact as he takes that pitch high and outside for ball 2. With the bat control of Brendan Hammer and some speed with Martineau, would not be surprised if they go for a hit and run of sorts, as that one. Line drive to shortstop. Castrotaro makes the grab. Martineau was not too far off of first base, so he scurries back. No attempt at a double play. As that is out number 2, Liam O'Neill. The extra hitter will come to the plate. O'Neill, both a pitcher and a hitter, has not been pitching for the Pios this summer. He's hitting .087 on the season, but a .400 on base percentage. Don't usually see that big of a discrepancy between average and on base. As a beauty painted on the outside corner for strike 1. Not the first time I've said that today. Gavin Chandler is dotting pitches to open up ABs, setting the tone for success. Martineau dancing first base as goes right back to that outside corner to get strike 2. Martineau really moving around a lot, trying to get the attention of Gavin Chandler, but he knows if he settles down and throws in one more strike, that base runner will become obsolete. As he goes for second, the pitch misses. The throw down is not in time. A one-hop strong throw from Cooper Romick, but Martineau swipes it. A good jump, a good lead, and he's in scoring position. The count, a ball and 2 strikes. That was his 4th stolen bag of the summer. And before the 1-2 pitch comes home, Liam O'Neill calls time, redoes his batting gloves. The 1-2. A called strike 3. O'Neill not happy with the call. He's got some choice words for the home plate umpire. But Gavin Chandler strikes out his second batter of the day as he leaves Martineau stranded at second base. After in an inning and a half of play this evening, the Muckdogs lead 2-1. A new pitcher is into the game due to injury as Michael Geisler. Not sure what happened, but he's banged up. Comes out of this one as Zach Nelson will be the new pitcher into the game. Nelson on the season. Not the numbers he'd like. This is his 5th game, an ERA at 17.5 over 6.2 innings. He pitched back on the 31st versus the Muckdogs in Batavia's Mercy Rule victory. As the Tullys hit man of the game. Cooper Romick will step into the box. Got robbed of what seemed like a game-tying 2-run single in the top half of the 8th inning last night coming off the bench. And he gets beamed, plunked by the first pitch he sees. He's on base to open up the bottom of inning number 2. And if there's anyone who's keeping track, anyone who feels like Cooper Romick gets hit a lot, it's because he does. That's his team-leading 8th hit by pitch of the season for a guy who rotates in and out with the 3 catchers on the squad. So some tough luck, or good luck if you want to frame it that way. They throw down to first, though. Gramesti with a strong throw, but Romick makes it back in time. Travis Hammond flashed bunt pulled back as the pitch was up high. A ball and no strikes. As Nelson comes home with the 1-0. A high pop on the infield. Moving into foul territory is Hicken. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Zach Nelson in that ball game against the Muckdogs back on May 31st. Went .2 innings, allowed 7 earned runs. You better believe he's looking for revenge here. That last one was revenge of sorts for the returners with the Muckdogs as Nelson closed out Batavia's season in the West Division Final back in 2024. As one of those returners, Caleb Walker, takes a heater on the outside corner for strike 1. Walker on the season. They'll check in on Romick at first. Walker hitting .306 on the season. An OPS just above 800. This is his 18th game. That one misses to even the count up at 1s. Walker has been steady, manning second base, hitting 10th in the lineup, flipping things over for Braden Horton. So that one misses up high. Caleb Walker went 0 for 2, drew a pair of walks yesterday. He was resilient. He came up in the 9th inning. He battled and got on base to keep things alive. The Muckdogs, unfortunately, just could not quite get things done, complete the comeback. As that pitch is inside for a strike, the count full on Caleb Walker. The runner goes, the pitch misses, and in there, they got him. They set down Cooper Romick. My apologies, there was miscommunication error on the scoreboard. So that is strike 2. A great throw by Gramesti. He's continued to show off that cannon. Cooper Romick gunned down. So now 2 outs and nobody on. The base runner is erased as here's the 3-2. Outside for ball 4. Caleb Walker draws a walk. One base runner off, another on, as the lineup will flip over for Braden Horton. I would say that you might see A steal attempt from Caleb Walker, considering his team-leading 8 stolen bags. But you saw the arm that Grimesti's got. Not someone you really want to test, but he will go on the first pitch, and the throw down is in time. An absolute hose from TJ Grimesti. He throws out 2 straight would-be base stealers. You don't see that a whole lot. They test out the cannon, and he makes them pay as we head now to the 3rd inning. Because of the caught stealing, no runners left on base. The Muckdogs lead 2-1 going to inning number 3. Muckdog fans, let's take a look at your Batavia upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, the Muckdogs head up north. They cross the border to St. Catharines, where they'll play a doubleheader. But on Tuesday, after an off day Monday, the Muckdogs will take on the Buffalo Diesel for Canadian Dollar Night. That one kicks off at 6:30 p.m. You'll get some discounts there. And then July 3rd, it's the start of Parents Weekend for the parents of the Batavia Muckdog players. The Muckdogs take on the Niagara Falls Americans in the first of a 3-game set on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th to break in that 4th of July weekend. There will be fireworks after the final out. It's going to be a great show. The Americans currently in first place. The Muckdogs will be desperately trying to break some ground on them. So great baseball, a great show after the game. Those fireworks presented to you by Batavia Downs and Rochester Regional Health. A ton of fun coming up as, believe it or not, we are past the halfway point in the season. Truly hard to believe. Tonight's game is the 14th home game of the summer, just 13 left. So for tickets to any of the final 13 games, make sure to call 585-524-2260 for tickets. Gavin Chandler, averaging 20 pitches per inning through the first 2. He's at 40 as we head into the 3rd inning. First pitch is a strike on the center fielder, Dylan Fatovich. That one misses outside, so a ball and a strike. Zach Nelson came into the game impromptu, unexpected after just 1 inning from the starter Geisler. And you have to give a ton of props to TJ Grimesti for picking up his pitcher on the mound. A pair of base runners given up, maybe getting some flashbacks to the rough performance he had here at Dwyer Stadium a month ago. But Grimesti helping out his battery mate, setting down a pair of would-be base stealers as Gavin Chandler pumping in strikes. That one fouled back as the count is even at 2s. Fatovich, another Jacksonville, Florida native. Some Florida boys on the squad. 2-2. Line to shortstop, a high leap, but it is just over the outstretched glove of Castrataro. So that'll be a leadoff single for Fatovich to open up the 3rd inning. The 2nd hit of the game for the Pioneers. Now, the top of the order comes up with Aiden Grabowski. Grabowski flew out to center field to open up tonight's contest. Hoping for a turn of fortune his way right here. He flashes bunt, pulls back as the pitch is high. So the count, 1-0 in favor of Grabowski. Let's see if they go for a bunt and run or something of that nature. Fatovich, 5 stolen bags, so another guy with some speed. The bunt off, the pitch is fouled back. So you got to think there, he was trying to catch him off guard and bunt for a base hit. Grabowski, it feels like a whole lot of talk about stolen bases, and that's because It's what the Pioneers do. A lot of speed. They play small ball. They're not going to really hit the ball out of the ballpark or into the gaps for extra bases. Aside from a few guys in this lineup. But what they will do is they'll take the extra base. They'll go first to third. They'll be smart on the bases. They'll swipe bags. And that's how they win games. You saw it last year, seeing it again this year. It's a ball and 2 strikes now, Chandler. That one, another fly ball into left field. Mindas coming in on it. He will make the catch. Travis Hammond ran all the way from straight up center field. He ends up in straight up left, but Mindas was there, makes the catch for the first out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. As one of the guys who can produce some power, some extra base hits, it's TJ Grimesti. Grimesti, when you look at him, may not think the most powerful of bats, standing at 5'9" and 160 pounds, but do not let that fool you. First pitch, a high pop. Cooper Romick settling under it. He makes the catch for out number 2. Back-to-back outs on back-to-back pitches for Gavin Chandler. That's a way to save the pitch count. As Anthony Manganello comes to the plate, drew a walk in the 1st inning. That's the lone walk surrendered by Chandler. Seemed like he was sort of feeling things out in the 1st inning, but a different man in the 2nd. And continuing that pace here in the 3rd. He's just been dotting pitches in the strike zone as the runner began to break for 2nd, but then put on the brakes. That is Fatovich, as the first pitch was outside for ball 1. Throw over to first. They got him. Fatovich was calling, saying that Chandler balked, saying that the leg went and crossed over the back leg, the front leg, I should say. But they ruled a clean move. Chandler, the savvy lefty, showing it off right there. He sets down Dylan Fatovich, who really wasn't all that far off of first base. That will retire the side here in the top half of the 3rd inning. No runners left on base, no runs, 1 hit. And after 2.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead this one 2-1.
Hi, what can I get for you? One Moscato Ale, please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here you go.
Hey, you know what? Let me get one of those too.
Hey,
Thank you, good sir.
what is this Muckdog Ale?
Oh, it's actually the official beer of the Batavia Muckdogs, brewed by yours truly, Eli Fish. Come down, stop by, and get yourself some drinks, some food, awesome stuff at 109 Main Street.
The bottom of inning number 3 will open up with the top of the Muckdog order. It'll be Braden Horton, Sean Mindas, and Jackson Inman. It'll be their first time facing Zach Nelson this evening as he's on for a 2nd inning of work. Got some help from his catcher Grimesti in the 2nd inning. A pair of would-be base stealers gunned down. I don't expect them to be running all that often the rest of the game after that showing, as the first pitch is up and outside for ball 1. Horton grounded out a broken bat back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. here ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. Misses up high. So Braden Horton looking to do what he does more than half of the time he comes to the plate, which is get on base. A ton of walks as here comes the 3-0. Misses, low and inside for ball 4. Now on my stat sheet, I don't have walk percentage right now, but watching Braden Horton, he's inspired me to do it. After this game, am going to start calculating walk percentage because the number for Braden Horton has to be crazy. Up to 15 base on balls, 1 behind Brian Fry on the season. And bear in mind, Braden Horton has a whole lot less plate appearances. So the first pitch misses to Sean Mindas for ball 1. That breaking ball misses high. 2-0 on Mindas. Nelson surrendered a hit by pitch and a walk in the second inning, so the control has not been as sharp as he'd like it to be. An arm warming up in the Pioneer pen. That one misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. I'd expect the take sign to be on for Mindas here, as they're looking to potentially fix up a big inning. The 3-0 misses, low and outside. 2 straight walks to open up the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Muckdogs, as Jackson Inman will come to the plate. To go back and put in perspective the absurdity of Braden Horton being right near the top of the team lead in walks, Brian Fry, who's in first with 16, has 75 plate appearances. Horton, 56. So he's pretty much caught him in 20 less trips to the plate, 20 less opportunities. And Fry, a guy that excels at getting on base, has great control of the strike zone, a patient hitter. Another patient hitter, and Jackson Inman takes the first pitch high for ball 1. And Zach Nelson is really having trouble finding the strike zone here. A dangerous, dangerous inning could be shaping up here, as it'll be a 1-0. There's a strike. The count even on Inman. 2 runners on. The Muckdogs lead by 1 here in the bottom of inning number 3. Still nobody out after a pair of walks opened things up. Here's the pitch. That misses up and inside. 2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 on its way. A deep drive into right center field. That one will be trouble. It gets down for a hit. Horton coming around third. He will score. They hold Mindas at third, but it's an RBI double for Jackson Inman. And the Muckdogs add to their lead. They now are up 3-1. Runners still on second and third. Inman stayed patient, waited for a pitch he liked. In a 3-1 count, he shrunk the zone. He looked for a pitch in a location. He got it, and he did not miss it. As the runners move, the first baseman moves in at the one corner from the other corner. Is that one flared into right field? That one is down for a base hit. 1 run scores, and Sean Mindas moving to third is Jackson Inman. It's an RBI single. And the Muckdogs continuing to put runs across. They lead now 4-1. And again, coming up after getting slid more to the meat of the order, it's Tyler Castrataro with an opportunity to drive in some runs. They'll have a meeting on the mound with Zach Nelson. Would not be surprised if that is it for him. And with the left-handed reliever who was warming up in the pen running out onto the field, that indeed will be it for Zach Nelson. Still no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Nelson surrenders 2 runs. The runners on the corner, both his responsibility as he exits. New man warms up. We will step aside for a brief moment. The new pitcher into the game is a right-hander in Larson Birch. Birch last pitched versus the Muckdogs on the 13th in that doubleheader. He went 1 inning, allowed 3 runs, only 2 of them were earned. 2 hits, 2 walks, did not strike out a batter as Tyler Castrataro comes to the plate looking to keep the hit parade going. The first pitch to him, he swings and fouls it back. Jackson Inman with his RBI double went into sole possession of first place in RBIs. Castrataro with a ribby here would match him as he takes strike 2 on a fastball right there. On 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did not. So Castrataro lays off of the high heater and runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. That one fouled away. They'll do it again. So 2 walks open the inning, a double from Inman, a single from Bolton, have brought 2 runs home here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As the pitch to Castrataro misses up high to even the count at 2s. He flew out back in the 1st inning. He'd take a fly ball here. So in all likelihood, would bring home Jackson Inman. So there's a line drive, just foul. Almost a double down the right field line. But slices a few feet foul. So they'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Castrataro, I've said it on previous games, almost certainly has to lead the team in foul balls, especially in 2-strike counts. As he swings and misses. Birch sets him down. The first batter he retires on the day. And there's one away now for Justin Espinal. A packed house here tonight at Dwyer Stadium. A nice Saturday night. It's pretty cool. It was hot earlier. It definitely cooled down. There's some clouds in the sky as Justin Espinal takes that pitch low for ball one. That's a deep drive into right field. He'll chase back, and making the catch is Cooper Smith. So Espinal with a productive out. He brings home the third run of the inning for the Muckdogs on the sac fly as Inman crosses home plate. And now the Muckdogs lead by 4. They're up 5-1 as Omar Carreras digs it. Tonight's designated hitter still looking for a knock on his 21st birthday. As there's a slow roller to shortstop, fielded by Grabowski. He flips to second in time for the third out, but not before the Muckdogs strike for 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave one man left on base, and after 3 innings of play, lead this one 5-1. The Batavia Muckdogs could not operate without our sponsors. While we have a moment, I'd like to shine a light, again, not on some, but all of our incredible sponsors, which power Muckdog Baseball. A huge thank you to Alex's Place, Batavia Downs, Bourbon and Burger, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Dave's Ice Cream, Eli Fish Brewing, Ficarella's Pizza, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Max Pies Furniture, Oakwood Hills, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, Tully's, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Right Beverage, Zoom Fitness, Allegheny Farm Services, Arc of Genesee Orleans, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Foot Care, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Bright Path Kids, Burger King, Salino Plumbing, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Eagle Star Housing, Easttown Beverage, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Farrell Gas, Frank's Call, Mr. Plumber, Fred Maxick, Healthy Families Wyoming, and the Genesee Partnership. Horizon Health Services, HP Hood, ICAC, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Land Pro, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang & Sons, Empower Agency, Massive Testing, the Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Myers RV, Mogaveros Automotive, the National Guard, the New York State School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Owatka Milk Products, Overheard Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Perry Veterinary Clinic, Stans Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley, State Farm, TVFCU, and the United States Gypsum Company. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors who make things possible for the Muckdogs, making this lead possible. It's been, in large part, Gavin Chandler, who threw 3 innings this evening, has allowed just 1 run. He's done it on 50 pitches. He's really, after a 26-pitch first inning, has been extremely economical. 10 pitches last inning, 14 in the second. First pitch on its way. That is a strike to Anthony Manganello. There's a deep drive into right field. It chases back Horton, slicing towards the line. He makes the catch on the run for out number 1. See, you hear a little siren as Horton robbed him of a base hit. It stayed up for a fair amount of time, but a good athlete over there in right field shows off that comfortability and snares it just a few feet in front of the warning track as Cooper Smith will now dig in. The first pitch misses low and inside for ball one. Smith produced the only run of the day for the Pioneers back in inning number one with a ribby ground out. He takes that pitch high and outside for ball two. The cleanup hitter tonight, he grounds that to third. Inman, it hits off his glove. He recovers and throws to first, but not in time. A hustling Cooper Smith beats it out. Presumably in E5, but we'll wait on the official ruling. It is indeed ruled in E5, so Cooper Smith will reach base with one away for John Simmons. Simmons ended the first inning with a K looking. First pitch breaking ball misses a touch high for ball one. Ever since that first inning, you look and you see Chandler behind in the count at all. It's really a bit of a surprise. He's gotten ahead of just about every batter he's faced as that one is grounded towards second base. Walker ranging over. He'll field and throw to first in time. A nice play. He had to go a long way to field that ball as he was shaded towards second for double play depth, but he gets there in time, records out number two. Advancing to second base is Smith. As Ty Martineau will come to the plate with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. He recorded the first hit of the day for the Pios on a bunt single to lead off inning number 2. Also stole a base, but was stranded there as Gavin Chandler bared down, got the job done. Ever since then, has not looked back. First pitch breaking ball drops in for strike one. Chandler will step off the mound momentarily, reset his footing as he gets ready for the 0-1. That one just misses, evens the count up at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Dials up the heater on the inside part of the plate. Have not seen him go inside a lot. He's really lived on the outside corner. A lot of guys have been out in front. Essentially no hard contact against him. But right there, catches him off guard. You know, got to keep guys honest. You can't just have him sitting outside part of the plate. As that one grounded to shortstop. Castrataro has it hit off his glove, but a clean recovery and a throw to first in time. A nice play, keeps his focus, stays with the ball as it juggled around. Picked it up with the bare hand cleanly and recorded out number 3. A man left on base, no runs on no hits. As we head now to the bottom of inning number 4 with a 5-1 Muckdog lead. The bottom of the fourth inning now underway. Larson Birch still on the mound after doing a good job getting out of trouble in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be 8, 9, and 10 in the Muckdog order. Cooper Romick, Travis Hammond, and Caleb Walker. Romick got hit by a pitch back in the second inning versus Zach Nelson, and then was thrown out trying to steal second base. First pitch from Birch is up high for ball one. That one fouled back. So Birch quickly ahead in the count. No balls. Excuse me. Evens up the count. A ball and a strike. Not sure why in my head that first pitch was a strike when I watched it miss high. One and one. Birch gets ready, gets set, kicks home. That one misses, and Romick jumps ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. For the Pios, a doubleheader tomorrow. Just 1 inning. Of course, not really anything you can do when your starter leaves with an injury. Tough luck. They'll have to piece their way through today against a rival like the Muckdogs, who they're oh so close with in the standings. You know that they'll put everything into winning today. As the 3-1 misses outside for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Romick, on for the second time today. Today, of course, uber important for the Pioneers, so they're going to do what they can to win. But tomorrow they play a doubleheader against the first place Niagara Falls Americans, and you know they want to gain ground on the Muckdogs. The Americans, they really, really don't want to get buried, which could happen if they lose 2 games. So that pitch misses high for ball 1. So head coach Andrew Drum and the rest of the Pioneer squad has been put in a tough spot. But they're not worried about that today. They're worried about winning today in this moment as the 1-0 to Travis Hammond is fouled away. On top of all of this, the Americans are scorching hot. They've been a bit of a streaky club. They started out 6-0, then they faltered a bit, losing 6 out of 7 games. But since then, they've won 7 games straight. Travis Hammond flashes bunt. They'll throw behind the runner at first. But back in time is Romick. The pitch ruled a strike on Hammond. So 1-2 the count. Now on a ball and 2 strikes, Birch gets ready. Throw is over. Romick well back in time. Interesting the attention they've been giving him on the base paths today. No stolen bases on the season. Definitely not the #1 guy I'd have as a threat to run going into today, as there's a swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball from Birch to set down Travis Hammond on strikes. As Caleb Walker will come to the dish. Walker drew a walk, got caught stealing to end the second inning. This will be his first time facing Larson Birch today. That one misses outside. So Caleb Walker ahead in the count. It's been a tale of 2 sides. Gavin Chandler getting ahead of just about everybody he's faced. The Pioneers. That one grounded outside of first foul. The Pios already on their 3rd pitcher today. It's never really felt like any of the 3 have had great command. They've been digging themselves out of holes, usually a first pitch ball. the theme of the season has been count leverage. When guys get ahead in the count, they've been terrific all year. Again, checking in on Cooper Romick. The count is even at ones. 1 out, 1 man on first base. Again, they'll throw over. At some point, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, the attention that Cooper Romick is getting right now is surprising, to say the least. It's the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. That one will land in the Muckdog bullpen for strike 2. The sun peeking out. It's been a predominantly cloudy evening, but letting the light shine through. Here in the bottom of inning number 4, just after 8 p.m. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away. They'll do it again on 1 and 2. Some action in the Muckdog bullpen. Luke Rising is up and throwing. Gavin Chandler has looked great so far. I think they give him the 5th inning and then toss it over to Rising, who sparkled his last time out. 1-2. Misses high and outside. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Braden Horton on deck, Caleb Walker at the plate. Misses to run the count full. Maybe here we see Cooper Romick off on a pitch, but even then, I wouldn't really expect it. Just surprised by the amount of attention he's gotten on the bases. He is off on the pitch. The pitch is blooped. It's caught by Grabowski, and that is going to be an inning-ending double play. Some tough luck, as with 3 balls and 2 strikes and 1 out, Romick was off on the pitch and was popped up on the infield. Romick couldn't quite pick it up in time, and by the time he realized where the ball was, there was no shot. Honestly, not really all that much of a shot of getting back in time anyway, even if he saw it immediately. So, with the double play, no runners left on base, no runs, no hits, and after 4 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead 5-1. Let's take a look again, Muckdog fans, at the upcoming schedule for your hometown heroes. Tomorrow, they travel up north to St. Catharines, Canada, to take on the Niagara Ironbacks in a doubleheader. It'll be their last trip north of the border for the rest of the season. Then on Tuesday, the Muckdogs return after a day off on Monday. They'll take on the Diesel at 6:30 p.m. Then on Wednesday, the Ironbacks will come to town for guaranteed win night at 6:30 p.m. Before July 3rd, fireworks. Fireworks after a game, the first of a 3-game set versus the Niagara Falls Americans. That one kicks off at 6:30 p.m. After the final out, the spectacle presented to you by Batavia Downs and Rochester Regional Health. For tickets, please contact 585-524-2260. The 5th inning begins with a strike to Brooks Hicken. Gavin Chandler, that was his 62nd pitch of the evening. Luke Rising was throwing, not anymore. I think he's just about ready and warm to come into this game whenever they call on him. 2 right-handers on deck and in the hole, so maybe a chance this is Gavin Chandler's last batter, just keeping him in for the first out of the 5th for the left-on-left matchup, but maybe not. Maybe they're trying to let him ride. He's looked great so far. behind 2-1. That one foul tipped at home plate to even the count at 2s. Now on 2-2. Breaking ball, foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. Chandler opens up the 5th with a K, his 3rd of the day for out number 1. Brendan Hammer lined out sharply to Tyler Castrotaro. His last time to the dish, 1 out, nobody on. The first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Grounded to shortstop. Castrotaro fields cleanly, throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Gavin Chandler continuing to work efficiently after that 26-pitch first inning. The next 3, you used 14 pitches or less, which if you're living in the 14-pitch per inning range, that is elite. You're hard-pressed to find starters who can pitch at that kind of pace. As Liam O'Neill comes to the dish and takes the first pitch up and outside for ball 1. That one grounded 3rd, but foul. Jackson Inman laid out just a few inches outside of that foul line. The count even at a ball and a strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the top of the 5th inning. It's been home sweet home for the Muckdogs so far this season as the 1-1. Slow roller to first. Just stays fair. Espinal there. Fields it cleanly, steps on the bag for out number 3. So Gavin Chandler with a speedy 1-2-3 top half of the 5th inning. We're halfway through tonight's contest with the Muckdogs in the lead. They're up 5-1.
My dude Josh Petrosky, 716 Hurt, best team around. Great day to have a great day. I've heard you're the biggest troll on the team, so I got to get you. Oh, these guys are called the Muckdogs too? That's sick. What's up, what's up? How you doing today? Living the dream. You have 1 arm to throw with. He's got 2. This is going to be so fun to watch. I'm excited. Probably a little easier when the batter's in the box and not behind the fence. Yeah, the only thing I'm really seeing, like the ones you're leaving out, you're just pulling that glove early and letting that arm get long and draggy out there. You know, I never thought I'd say it'd be a bad day to be an American, but given the context that we're playing the Americans, bad day to be an American. I got to learn how to handle you. That's why, like, a big thing is letting you do you, because I've never had a switch pitcher. So, oh, now he's going to do it with his other arm. What a talented specimen of a human. Ooh, saucy. Love that. Slide step, fuzz piece at the knees. Banana bread at work, dude. Attack, no walks, make them hit. Yeah. No one's stringing together hits against us yet, so until they do that, let's fill it up. Yeah. Pass the IDAR test, that's for sure.
From the right side?
From both sides. There's one thing Skip does, it's always have a good watch and always have clean shoes. 315, yeah, I knew that off the top of my head. Yeah, easy. I'm definitely under a squat rack at least twice a week. Hollinsworth's never seen a cornfield. You know my high school had to bring your tractor to school day? Oh, he just ate it.
Braden Horton will dig in for his 3rd plate appearance of the day. Larson Birch giving some much-needed length on for a 3rd inning here. They need somebody to give him bulk. He's been doing it, trying to get them into the mid to later part of the ball game as Braden Horton takes the first pitch low for ball 1. On a ball and no strikes. That one, foul ball down the left field line out of play. Horton takes that. Upstairs for ball 2. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He drew a walk to lead off the third inning and came around to score. The light's starting to come on this overcast Saturday night. Grounded to first and just foul to even the count at 2s. This is the week of the year with the most sunlight. The longest day of 2025 was a week ago on June 21st. So appreciating all the light that we're getting. The sun doesn't quite set around 9 o'clock, but you know, the players on the field, it gets hard to see. In a sport as difficult as baseball, you don't need the light to be another factor adding to the challenge, as that breaking ball misses low to run the count full. So you'll see the lights come on usually about 20, 30 minutes before the sun really starts setting. Braden Horton will await the payoff pitch now as Birch kicks and fires. Up high outside for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Braden Horton. Did that in the third inning, and it led to a 3-run Muckdog frame. Hoping for some more of the same here in the 5th, as Sean Mindas will dig in. Mindas 0 for 0 has reached base both times he's come to the plate today. A pair of walks. He's come around to score both times. First pitch, hard ground ball up the middle. Fielded by Grabowski. Flips to second for 1 on to first. Not in time. So they get 1 out. It's a 6-4-3 fielder's choice. They cut down the lead runner. Mindas on first now with 1 away. Jackson Inman, he's 1 for 1 today. A hit by pitch in the first with a stolen base to boot. An RBI double in the third inning, his second time up. He came around to score that time. First pitch, well outside. Inman takes a deep breath and gets back in the box, ready with that open stance. He swings and misses through the high heater. One. Fouled away, third base side out of play. That one misses up high, so the count even on Inman with 1 out and a man on first here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Two and 2 the count. Here on Inman, the pitch misses. So the count now full on the third baseman. Looming on deck is James Bolton. The runner goes on 3-2. It's a line drive and a base hit in the right field. Mindas, who is off on the pitch, will easily cruise into third base. It's a single for Jackson Inman, his second hit of the day. And runners are on the corners now with 1 away for James Bolton. His last time up Bolton was up in a similar situation, an opportunity to produce a run, and he got the job done. The infielders drawn in a bit. Poked one into right center field for an RBI single. Looking to do more of the same right here. First pitch way up and inside. Bolton ducks out of the way. That ribby was his 9th of the season. Looking to break into double digits right here. The 1-0. Ground ball to first. It gets by Hicken and goes into right field. A run will score. Jackson Inman going for third base. He'll make it. James Bolton drives home another. We'll have to wait to see if the official ruling is a hit or an error to determine if it's an RBI. It is ruled a hit. So the second RBI single of the day for James Bolton extends the Muckdog lead. They're up now 6-1. Same situation though. Runners on first and third with one away as Tyler Castrotaro comes to the plate. Castrotaro 0 for 2 today, a flyout and a strikeout. He swings and misses through the first pitch he sees. On 0-1, it misses low, gets away a little bit, not far enough for Inman to trot home. But James Bolton does advance to second base, so now 2 ducks on the pond, runners on second and third for Castrotaro. With that, the infielders come in on the lip of the grass, trying to cut down any potential runners and keep this lead at 5. The 1-1. Strike outside part of the plate. Castrotaro behind now. A ball and 2 strikes. Six runs on 5 hits for the Muckdogs. Way up and inside. Look out. Castrotaro gets out of the way. And the count is even at 2s as he digs back in. Cooper Romick now leads the team with 8 hit by pitches. Castrotaro right behind him, though. He's got 7 of his own. Two-two, check swing, no swing, good leave on the breaking ball in the dirt. Runs the count full. On deck is Justin Espinal. Espinal, who already has 2 RBIs on the day. With those 2 ribbies, is tied for the team lead with 14 on the season. 3-2 pitch, misses low. It's ball 4 on Castrotaro. It loads him up for the switch-hitting first baseman, Espinal. I see action in the Elmira bullpen, but it's not urgent. It's not urgent action. A few guys have gotten up to stretch out a little bit, moving the arm around, but nobody is up and actively throwing. So this is Larson Birch's jam to try to escape. He's got a tough draw in Justin Espinal. First pitch on its way. Fouled back. No balls and a strike, the count. It's 0-1 on Espinal. Fouled the first pitch back to the screen. That pitch misses up high. The count even at 1-1. what you're seeing right here, I think, is the direct effect. Is that one grounded to shortstop. Fielded by Grabowski, throws to second for one, on to first. Not in time. Espinal runs himself into an RBI. It's a 6-4-3 fielder's choice. It extends the Muckdog lead to 7-1. Now 2 outs and runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 5th. Omar Carreras still looking for the hit on his birthday. The first pitch, breaker, is taken for strike 1. The Muckdogs have struck for 2 more runs in this inning. They scored 2 in the first, 3 in the third, now 2 in the 5th. Following that every other inning pattern, they're due for 3 in the 7th inning, unless they break it here, of course. They threw over for Espinal at first. That pitch misses outside. The count even at a ball and a strike. One is fouled away, first base side. Carreras behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The attention paid to Espinal, I presume, is due to the knowledge that with men on first and third, they very well may try to dial up a play where he goes for second and Bolton would charge for home. They already executed it once successfully back in the first inning. But 2 guys that aren't exactly the fastest in the lineup, as that pitch misses low. Good eye from Carreras to even the count up at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Muckdogs looking to pad their 6-run lead. That one misses outside, and the count runs full. Espinal will be off from first on the pitch. On deck, it's Cooper Romick. Here's the 3-2. Low for ball 4. A nice AB battle back from behind. Did Carreras. The bases are loaded now with 2 outs for Cooper Romick. Romick is 0 for 0. He's been hit by a pitch and drew a walk. He's got a chance to really blow this thing open as the bases are loaded. Carreras at first, Espinal at second, Bolton at third. Larson Birch still on the mound. The first pitch is a high pop, out of play. He falls behind. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Taken for a strike, outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes now on the catcher Romick. Oh, 2. Fly ball into right field. Smith takes a few steps under it and makes the catch for out number 3. The Muckdogs strike for 2 runs on 2 hits. They boost their lead from 4 to 6. They leave the bases loaded, and after 5 innings of play, they're up in this one 7-1. Our incredible sponsors make Batavia Muckdog Baseball possible. I'd like to give a special shout out to some of the sponsors which fuel your Muckdogs. A huge thank you to Batavia Downs, Brighton Security, Bully Hill, Casella Waste, Eli Fish Brewing, Genesee Community College, Genesee Lumber, Skyworks, Tompkins Bank, Turnbull Heating and Air, UR Wilmot, Rochester Regional Health, Wright Beverage, Geico, the Graham Corporation, HP Hood, Liberty Pumps, and Oatka Milk Products. Thank you all so much for your support of the Muckdogs. Gavin Chandler still on the mound here as we head to the 6th inning. Gavin Chandler with 71 pitches. He's gone 10, 11, and 10 on pitches thrown through his last 3 innings. He has been in cruise control. As there's some confusion. No, they'll have a meeting on the mound. Skip Martinez speaking with Gavin Chandler. And they're going to take him out. I have to think maybe they tried, maybe by they I mean Gavin Chandler. Maybe Gavin Chandler tried to sneak back out there, let him throw his warm-up tosses, but ultimately, they give Chandler the hook. He finishes with 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. He twirled a gem, pitched brilliantly this evening. He leaves in line for the win, as Luke Rising will come in while he warms up. We will step aside. Luke Rising. This is a fun fact. Despite being a reliever coming into today, Gavin Chandler's now past him. Luke Rising led the team in innings pitched. He's got 18. This is his 8th appearance. He has been fantastic. A 2 ERA, 14 strikeouts to just 4 walks over those 18 innings of work. He'll face 10, 1, and 2 in the Elmira order. First pitch he throws is a ball to Dylan Fadovich. Luke Rising has been brilliant all year, but his best performance, that one misses outside. The count now 3-0. The most impressive performance of the season up to date. Rising came in for an injured Ethan Papasek after he got hit by a comeback liner. There's a strike. He came in unexpected in the first inning against, at the time, the number 1 seed, the number 1 team in the West Division, and went 5.1 innings of shutout ball, allowed 1 hit, did not walk a batter, struck out 5. There's been a lot of great performances this season. I think Luke Rising, coming out of the pen in that one, was the most impressive pitching performance, all things considered, as the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes behind 3-0, but he doesn't walk guys. He fires in 3 heaters and sets down Fatovich for out number 1 as the lineup flips over for Aiden Grabowski now. Grabowski has a pair of flyouts to his name, 0 for 2 on the day. This will be his first time against Rising. First pitch, a strike. And just to add another layer to just how impressive Luke Rising's performance was against Auburn, it was just a week after he got roughed up by them in his only bad outing of the summer so far. On top of utter dominance, it showed his mental fortitude. Quickly ahead of Aiden Grabowski, no balls and 2 strikes. On 0-2, the pitch to Rising. Excuse me, the pitch from Rising is fouled away. Here comes the 0-2. He went to the breaking ball. Grabowski didn't bite. And the count now 1-2. Called. Strike 3. Dials up a heater. Paints it beautifully. Aiden Grabowski, not a fan of the call, but he is set down. Rising has struck out the first 2 batters he's faced, coming on in relief, as the difficult bat of TJ Gramesti comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 today, reached on an E5 and popped out, so they've kept him in check. First fastball misses high. The 1-0 from Rising, a swing and a miss. Just dominating with that fastball right now. One. That thing had a ton of bite, a front door breaking ball. And when I say that was a perfect pitch, that is as perfect as it gets. That thing moved a ton, as now he comes home with the 1-2. And he follows it up with a heater. Luke Rising pumped his fist. They were ready to throw it around, walk off the field with strike 3, but it's ruled a ball, so the count is even at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rising looking now for that punch out to complete the inning. He gets it. A called strike 3 on a heater. He strikes out the side to open up his day. What an inning from Luke Rising. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. After no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, the Muckdogs lead 7-1.
Hey, I bet you're a real good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on. Right two.
Oh, that's ugly, man. Right down, video boy.
Come on now.
Right three.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still bat.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
This season, get yourself the latest Batavia Muckdogs gear. Hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, warm-ups, baseballs, and much, much more. Stop by the merchandise stand by concessions right here at Dwyer Stadium to pick up your goodies. If you know anyone who's got a July birthday coming up, a perfect gift would be some type of t-shirt or whatever. You know, summer's not forever, so if you want something a little warmer, the sweatshirt's fantastic. There's actually a t-shirt, hoodie. A fan of that one. So many great things to buy, and you see the number on the screen to arrange getting something to come to a game, maybe buy something while you take a trip for a fun night at Dwyer Stadium. Make sure to call 585-524-2260 for tickets and more information. It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers. As we head to the bottom of the sixth inning, it's the left-hander, the submarine left-hander, Jackson Grant. Grant has numbers on the season not where he'd like them. A 45 ERA. He's pitched just one inning over 2 appearances. He pitched an inning versus the Muckdogs back on the 13th, allowed 2 earned runs. He's got 1 strikeout to 4 walks on the season. He'll face a pinch hitter in Luke Dodonna to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. Travis Hammond, day done after going 0 for 2. Dodonna appearing in his 14th game of the summer, a .250 average, a .333 on base. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1. You don't see a lot of guys from Georgia, Buford, Georgia, what Grant calls home. The 1-0 misses high. 2 balls and no strikes on the pinch hitter Dodonna. On deck, it's Caleb Walker. In the hole, Braden Horton. That's 9-10-1 for the Muckdogs. As that one misses up and inside. Dodonna quickly ahead, 3-0. There's a called strike. Dodonna was ready to toss the bat, but that one was in there for strike 1. I've noticed a bit of a change in his stance. Dodonna, not usually a leg kick guy, is showing one here. But there, does not go to the leg kick. I saw it on one of the previous pitches. In the 3-1 count, though, goes back to just tapping that foot. He takes ball 4, and he's on as a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 6th. Incoming now, the lefty Caleb Walker. Caleb Walker is 0 for 1, a walk and a double play. They'll check in on Dodonna at first base. Jackson Grant, a true submariner, even his throws down to first base stay in that arm angle. He'll deliver one outside to Caleb Walker. The count 1-0. That one misses. So the count now 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0) inside. Jackson Grant has come in and fallen behind 3 balls, no strikes to the first 2 batters he's faced here, with the top of the order looming. 3-0. Up and inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Another inning which really has the potential for damage, as runners already on first and second with nobody out, as Braden Horton comes to the plate. Horton has worked walks his first 2 times up today. With those 2 walks, he ties himself with Brian Fry for the team lead in base on balls, as he'll take a ball right there. Would not expect these Muckdog hitters to be overly aggressive with the way Jackson Grant has struggled to find the strike zone. So that one misses well inside. He's thrown 6 straight balls now since coming into the game, just to add on to that. 10 balls to 1 strike. Bad math right there. Caught myself, though. Here comes the 2-0. There's a strike over the heart of the plate. Horton taken all the way. Two on is up and inside. Now 3 balls and a strike on the right fielder, Horton. $11 balls to 2 strikes. Not what you'd like for Grant, as that one is in there. So the count runs full on Braden Horton. On deck is Sean Mindas. That one grounded up the middle. Grabowski fields. He'll flip to second, get one there. That's all they will get, though, as it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. First out recorded by Grant this evening. Runners are on the corners now with 1 away for Sean Mindas. Mindas is 0 for 1. He's got 2 walks, and he reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th inning, came around to score. They check in on Horton, but the ball gets away. And because of that, Luke Dodonna will score. An error brings one across. The Muckdogs now lead 8-1. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's the kind of unforced error you really can't afford when you're already in a hole. Pitch from Grant is in there for a strike. Seems like he's settled in, found better control of the strike zone after walking the first 2 batters he faced. That one misses outside. They'll throw over again. Horton back in time. One incoming. A hot shot foul down the first base line. And Grant is ahead. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Slow roller to shortstop. Grabowski fields, flips to second. They just get the out there. Sort of a risky play right there, but they do end up getting the out. Horton is set down. It's another 6-4 fielder's choice. And out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another left-on-left matchup now as Jackson Inman comes to the plate. One run has come across here in the inning as that one misses. Outside for ball 1. No swing as that one misses low. Inman jumps ahead 2-0. Inman is 2 for 2 on the day. An RBI double in the third, a hit by pitch, and a single last inning. That one misses. Jackson Inman looking to reach base safely for the 4th time today. A guy who is near the top of the leaderboards in on-base percentage. Takes strike 1. Misses. Outside for ball 4. Jackson Inman has reached base all 4 times he's come to the plate today. Now stepping into the batter's box with 2 on and 2 out, it's James Bolton. Bolton, 2 for 2, 2 RBIs and a walk. The first pitch clips the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1. Slow roller back to Grant. He'll field and throw in time for the 3rd out. The Muckdogs strike for 1 run on no hits. They pad their lead. And we head to the final 3 innings here tonight. It's 8-1 Batavia.
Who would you not let you date your daughter? On this team, none of them.
Walker Gleishaw, Irwin's Branch, Sam Gill. We'll go with
Blake. Gotta be Blake. I'm not letting Blake date my daughter.
Yo, I forgot about Blake.
Definitely Blake. Love you, Blake. Can't date my daughter.
Sam Gill.
Irwin's Branch, date my daughter.
Reed Markham absolutely can never date my daughter, ever.
Cooper Roman, just because he's Coop. I wouldn't let Walker Gleishaw date my daughter. Brian Fry.
Branch, for sure. Bama, Garrett Beaver.
Sliz.
That's not even a question.
This is an easy one for me. I've got to go with Sliz.
Nobody, because she's 3, but also Jacob Vitska.
Okay. Probably, I'm not letting Woodley anywhere near my daughter either. Travis, he can't date my daughter either.
Garrett Beaver. That's all I gotta say?
Walker Gleishaw, Van Meter, Gavin Chandler.
You gotta go Sliz.
I wouldn't. You see this group? None of you was dating my daughter.
I'm in there.
Nah, you gotta say one. Especially not you. You would let me do it. I only get one person?
Yeah, you only get one person.
If there's only one person, Sliz, I'm sorry.
You guys
Irwin Branch.
I wouldn't let Irwin.
You forgot how many nights.
Branch is not coming within 100 miles of my daughter.
I'm doing Sliz, dude. I just I can't open my door and I just does baseball. Look at him. I can't, bro.
That might be Irwin's Branch.
Oh, beef fry for sure. Brian Fry is not dating my daughter.
Brian Fry. None of them. Branch.
A few changes defensively for the Muckdogs. Sliding from right field to center field is Braden Horton. And moving to right is Luke Dodonna as he enters the game defensively. He pinch hit for Travis Hammond last inning. Came around to score. A new pitcher also on the mound. It's the left-hander Jake Sliz. Sliz making his 4th appearance. He's gone 5.1 innings over his first 3. A 3.38 ERA, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks. A hard-throwing left-hander standing at 6 feet 5 inches. First pitch fouled away by Manganello. Sliz comes into this one off of a strong performance versus Jamestown. 1.2 innings of shutout ball. 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. The 0-1 fouled away, so Sliz quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. It's 3-4-5 in the Pioneer order. O2 misses high. This could be a big opportunity. The Muckdogs are really going to want to put up a 0. So if they do, they just need 3 runs of their own to secure a mercy. So the 1-2 breaking ball just misses. Cooper Omick was ready to throw it around the horn, but it's ruled ball 2. A scoreless inning here, 3 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and the Muckdogs would be going home in 7 innings, which is ever so important. As that one reached out, poked to Castrotaro at shortstop. He makes the catch for out number 1. With a doubleheader tomorrow, you don't want to have to use any more arms than you absolutely need to. So the Muckdogs with 5, 6, and 7 in their order coming up in the bottom half of this inning. Better believe they'll be coming out swinging, trying to wrap this one up. He blows by Cooper Smith with the heater. Jake Sliz throwing some gas tonight. A guy who sits in the upper 80s, has reached 90 before. I wish we had a radar gun tonight because I think there's a chance he's getting into that territory. As that 0-1 heater is fouled away, first base side out of play. Sliz quickly ahead, 0-2. O2 hits him. It plunks Cooper Smith in the wrist elbow area. Not what you want. Add in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, but it's just 1 base runner with 1 away. As another lefty-lefty matchup as John Simmons comes to the plate. Simmons is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch, cut on and missed. Dialing up the gas. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses outside to even the count at once. I said I was hoping, I wish that there was a radar gun. You know, there is actually a radar gun. It's just not projected onto the screen. Can see one down with some of the starting pitchers for the Muckdogs. They've got the gun measured out. Here's the 1-1 from Sliz. Breaking ball blocked by Romick at home plate. He'll keep Smith at first base as the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Two one. High pop. Third base side. Inman charging towards the line, but that one will fall out of play. The count even at 2-2. I think one of the main reasons we see Sliz on here and Luke Rising out of the game after 1 inning is there's a swing and a miss. Blows the heater right by Simmons for out number 2. The reason you see Sliz here after Rising pitched just an absolutely dominant 6th inning where he struck out the side is because of the double header tomorrow. I imagine that with this lead, they don't want to have to burn Rising for tomorrow if they don't need him today. Sliz has been fantastic on the season. I think he may be tasked with eating the innings the rest of the way, as there is strike 1. I think you'll likely see him pitch the 7th and the 8th as well, I would think. Of course, assuming everything goes to plan. Maybe throw a different arm out there for the 9th inning. And I would not be surprised if we see Luke Rising, at least in some instance tomorrow, as a lot of arms are going to need to throw. They'll have Pablo Sainz starting 1 game. Unsure if it'll be game 1 or game 2 at this moment in time. It's a ball and a strike on Ty Martineau. Martineau is 1 for 2 on the day. There's a line drive base hit. His 2nd hit of the day with 2 outs, runners on first and 2nd base for the Pios. Brings up another lefty in Brooks Hicken. Hicken 0 for 2 today, a flyout and a strikeout. First pitch from Sliz, outside for ball 1. Taking a long look over there at second. Smith dancing a little bit. He'll come to the plate. Hicken wanted time, and he steps out frustrated. He wanted to step out of the box, but the umpire deemed that he asked for time too late. So a free strike for Sliz. He goes back to the mound. Hicken back in the box. He covers the face as he peers in for the sign. The 1-1. Breaker, a swing. An awkward swing and a miss. Nasty, nasty pitch there from Sliz. 1 strike away from putting up a scoreless 7th inning. Here comes the 1-2. A swing and a miss. Goes right back to the breaking ball. Gets the same result. His 2nd strikeout of the 7th. He allows no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We are on now for the 7th inning stretch. The Muckdogs lead 8-1. A new pitcher on for the Pioneers as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the right-hander Sam Watts. Watts, from the area, hails from Corning, New York, has appeared in 2 games this season as a 9 ERA. One of those appearances was back on the 13th versus the Muckdogs. He allowed 2 earned runs over 1 inning. So, small sample size, but all the runs he's allowed on the season have come versus the Muckdogs. He stands at 5 feet and 10 inches. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Muckdog order, beginning with Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike 1. This is his 4th plate appearance today. He's got a flyout, a strikeout, and a walk on the ledger. 0-1, grounded. Third base, shortstop area. Grabowski fields in the hole. The throw to first, not nearly in time. With Tyler Castrataro's speed, when it was Grabowski fielding that and not Simmons, no shot to throw him out. He legs out an infield single to open up the bottom half of the 7th inning. As Justin Espinal comes to the plate. Espinal is 1 for 2, but he's stayed productive every time he's come to the plate. He's got 3 RBIs, an RBI single in the first, a sac fly in the third, an RBI fielder's choice in the 5th. He leads the team now with 15 ribbies. The lone man with a long ball on the season, having a good day at the plate today, trying to keep it alive and push the Muckdogs just that much closer to a mercy. If they put up 3 runs in the bottom half of this inning, it's over as the pitch is up high for ball 1. The 1-0 to Espinal, fouled back. Good swing. Can see that he was on that one. Espinal came into today's game with a 767 OPS. With a hit here, he'd leave with definitely an elevated number. There's a line drive down the right field line. It's a base hit. Castrataro will hold up at second base, but back-to-back singles to welcome Sam Watts to the ballgame. And the Muckdogs have their first 2 runners on for Omar Carreras. Carreras is 0 for 2, walked his last time to the plate. First pitch paints the outside corner for strike 1. Carreras came into the game at .333 on base with 1 time reaching base and 3 plate appearances today. That number remains unchanged. Looking to bolster it, though, and get his first hit of the summer. And I can't think of a better way to celebrate your 21st birthday than with a base knock. The count is even at 1-1 to the Tusculum University product. The pitch, a line drive, there it is. It's a base hit. A base hit on his birthday. It loads the bases back to back to back. Singles open up the bottom half of the 7th as it's the first career Batavia Muckdog hit for Carreras as Cooper Romick will come to the plate. The hitman looking to bring home some free Tully's chicken tenders for the fans here at Dwyer Stadium. A hit here would also go a long way towards getting this mercy secured. Romick has been on base twice today with a hit by pitch and a walk. He flew out last time up. First pitch, he reaches out and fouls away. Romick at the plate. Luke Dodonna on deck. The winning run at first base in Carreras. There's a high pop. Under it is Grabowski. They call the infield fly. He makes the catch. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Luke Dodonna will come to the plate. Dodonna pinch hit last inning. Led off the 6th, drew a walk, ultimately came around to score. A grand opportunity with the bases loaded to push this one that much closer to a final. First pitch swinging, he fouls it back. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a foul tip comes out of the glove of Grimesti. But the count now, 0-2 on Dodonna. A pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. It'll be Kanta Ueno in place of Caleb Walker. Here comes the 0-2. It hits him. It hits Luke Dodonna on the helmet. Not the way he'd like to drive home a run, but it is an RBI for Dodonna. And another run crossing home plate as the Muckdogs extend their lead now to 9-1. As the aforementioned Ueno comes in to pinch hit for Caleb Walker. Walker finishes his day 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Ueno now will look to finish this one off. A base hit would more than likely get the job done. Espinal in third, Carreras at second, Dodonna over at first. Hicken is on the grass at first base. The pitch from Watts, a swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 coming. Misses low to even the count at a ball and 1 strike. On the season, Ueno hitting .267 with a .294 on base. .267 slug. One of the highest contact rate guys on the team. He leaves that one outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Watts readies. Now kick and fire. That one just hits the high and inside corner to even the count at 2s on Ueno. And the on-deck circle is another pinch hitter clearing out the bench. It's Blake Ewing. He'll hit after Ueno. The 2-2 on its way. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ueno set down. As in comes Blake Ewing. Horton finishes his day 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Blake Ewing has been a great on-base guy this season, an OBP at 500. This is his 12th game of the summer. A .250 average, a .750 OPS. Looking to close this one out with a base hit. First pitch is grounded. Fielded cleanly by Hicken. He'll flip to Watts and retire the side. So the Muckdogs bring one across. They leave them loaded. We head now to the 8th inning. It's 9-1 Muckdogs. The new pitcher on for the Muck Dogs after a scoreless 7th inning from Jake Sliz is Irwin's Branch. Branch making his 8th appearance of the season. He's got a 5.59 ERA, over 9.2 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts to 7 walks. A whole bunch of changes defensively for the Muck Dogs. Playing first base is James Bolton. Now playing third base is Cameron Koppel. So Justin Espinal's day is done. So Bolton at first, Koppel at third. That one fouled away for strike 1 from Branch. Just to put a bow in the defensive substitutions, Blake Ewing is playing left field. It's Brendan Hammer to the plate, as there is strike 2 from Irwin's Branch. Branch pitched a scoreless frame against Auburn. He went 1 inning, did not allow a run. The 0-2 breaking ball misses. Ball and 2 strikes on Hammer. Branch readies, delivers. That one fouled away. They'll do it again. Hammer is 0 for 2 today with a line out and a ground out. Both of those hit to the shortstop, Castrataro. A ball and 2 strikes. Branch readies. He fires. Flared right to Bolton at first base. He makes the catch for out number 1. Brett Baker is pinch hitting, coming to the plate for Liam O'Neill. A newcomer for the Pioneers. Muck Dogs have not seen him yet. First pitch to him is a strike at the knees. Irwin's Branch. He's got the good heater today. Here comes the 0-1. A fly ball into left field. Ewing taking a few steps back. He makes the catch. I spoke too soon, actually. He did not secure the grab. It's an E7 and a man on first with 1 away. You're in the top of the 8th inning. Dylan Fadovich will now come to the plate. Fadovich 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout on the day. First pitch from Branch, a check swing. They say he went, so there is strike 1. Branch readies with the 0-1. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Branch gets set, now ready to come home with the 0-2. Just misses up high. Fatovich stays alive, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. I'm curious to see how going the 1-inning approach, how that plays into tomorrow. How many of these guys who can give you multiple innings, who've been held to 1, how many of them will be available to pitch in tomorrow's doubleheader? The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Fatovich. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, now the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a man at first base. Branch fires that one low for ball 4. It's a 1-out walk for Dylan Fatovich, and 2 men on base now for Aiden Grabowski in the top of the Pioneer order. Grabowski 0 for 3 on the day, 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Branch gets set, deliberate out on that mound. He'll come home with the first pitch as it's grounded to third. Koppel-Fields will step on the bag. The throw to first is by James Bolton. So the runners will advance to second and third. An out is recorded at third, but safe at first is Grabowski. We'll see who they rule. I believe actually it should be no error on that play, as you can't assume the double play. TJ Grimesti now up with runners on second and third, 2 away. No runs home, but the Pio is threatening here in the top of the 8th. The first pitch from Branch misses high. So it's a 5-3 fielder's choice, but an E5 allows the runner Grabowski to advance to second base, allows Baker or Fatovich to move up to third base. The count is even at 1-1. Gromesti, an opportunity for some ribbies. He gets ready. The pitch misses up high. 2-1 now on the catcher. Gromesti with 12 RBIs on the season. From Boca Raton, Florida, the Pios, a wide range. A lot of guys from around the country. Same can be said for the Muckdogs, even outside of the U.S., of course, with Kanto Ueno from Japan. 2-1 is grounded foul outside of third, and Irwin's Branch 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. A long pause, now ready to come home with the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back, so they'll do it again. On deck is Manganello. Gromesti 0 for 3 today. You're not going to see that a whole lot. Guy's been incredible all season long. So that pitch misses outside to run the count full. Three-two pitch. Misses for ball 4. Gromesti battles back, draws a walk, and loads the bases with Pioneers. Here in the top half of the 8th inning, as Manganello will come to the plate. That one high and outside. Nowhere to put Manganello. The count 1-0. Another guy with big RBI numbers, 11 on the season. Only trails TJ Gromesti. So a base hit right here would put him in the team lead. There's the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike to even the count at 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Branch fires. A swing and a miss. Ahead in the count now. A ball and 2 strikes. Branch looking to keep the bases loaded, keep the Pios off the scoreboard here in the 8th, and give the Muckdogs a shot at the Mercy in the bottom half of the inning. Before the pitch comes home, Manganello will step out of the box. Call time. That one just misses the zone. I think everyone on the field and the fans, at least every Muckdog player on the field and the fans still here at Dwyer Stadium, we're ready to cheer for strike 3. Irwin's Branch had his back turned. He was walking off. But it's ruled inside. Manganello still in the box. The count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases juiced here in the 8th. And that one misses high and outside to run the count full. Cooper Smith awaits on deck. Three-two pitch on its way. Up high, ball 4. A run is walked in, and the Pioneers cut the lead now to 7 runs. As it's 9-2 now. An RBI walk to tie Manganello with Gramesti. Cooper Smith comes to the plate. Grant Bickham goes out to the mound to have a conference with Irwin's Branch. Cooper Smith comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day, an RBI ground out, and a hit by pitch to his name. A base hit would suddenly make this a bit more interesting. The Muckdogs lead by 7, but the Pios threatening here. First pitch from Branch misses low and outside for ball 1. The 1-0 misses inside. Smith nearly gets hit for the second time today. 2 balls and no strikes the count. See Pablo Sainz out there throwing, but he's not coming into this game. 2-0 misses up high. 3 balls and no strikes on Cooper Smith. Branch trying to avoid walking in. Another run. On deck is John Simmons. You don't want to give the Pios some life, and frankly, that's what has happened here in this inning. Branch looking to buckle down, get out of this. The 3-0 pitch is up high for ball 4. Back to back. Bases loaded walks. That one brings home another run. It's now a 9-3 game, and that will be it for Irwin's Branch. Maybe I spoke too soon, as Pablo Sainz is the only guy up and throwing. I think he is, in fact, coming into this game. So Irwin's Branch gets 2 outs, leaves him loaded. All 3 of those runners are his responsibility, as Pablo Sainz will come into the game looking to mop this one up. While he warms up, we'll step aside. Pablo Sainz done with his warm-up tosses. Here, the numbers on the season. He's got a 4.6 ERA. He's gone 15.2 innings. This is his first non-start, his 5th appearance. His first 4 outings were starts. Last pitched on the 22nd versus Niagara Falls. The first pitch to John Simmons misses inside for ball 1. A ball and no strikes on Simmons. That one swung on, fouled away, first base side. A bit of an interesting situation for a starter to come in. Pablo Sainz, not usually a reliever for the squad, but they're bringing him in here with the bases loaded, so no room for error coming in out of the bullpen, a situation he's not exactly used to, at least here with the Muckdogs. The 1-1. Check swing. They say he went. An awkward hack on the inside heater. A ball and 2 strikes now. The count on the third baseman. Here comes the 1-2. It hits him. A 1-2 count. Sainz plunks Simmons and brings another run home for the Pioneers. It's now a 9-4 game. Hold on, this one not quite done yet. The Pioneers, this one reminds me of the last time these two teams played. The Muckdogs had a big lead, but sort of let the Pios back in the game. They gave up 5 runs without a single Pioneer hit to make it a game again before the Muckdogs ultimately put them away. Now 3 runs have crossed without a single hit in this inning. The Muckdogs looking for that last out. First pitch is a strike. I say last out of the 8th inning. They still need another 3 because now with these 3 runs they've allowed, their mercy rule pretty much out of question. Of course they could score 5 runs, say they hold them here, but it's not an easy task. There's a line drive into center field. Under it, making the catch is Mendas for the 3rd out. The Pioneers strike for 3 runs. They don't record a hit, and they make this a 5-run game. We're heading now to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 9-4 Muckdogs. a new pitcher on for the Pioneers. It's Vincent Favada. Favada, predominantly an outfielder. On the mound now, though, just trying to eat some innings for the Pios. By innings, I mean 1 inning, but still, valuable outs to record. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Muckdog order, starting with Sean Mendas. And the first pitch is ball 1. A ball and no strikes. There's a line drive, a base hit for Sean Mendas. He's on to open up the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just a good piece of hitting. For Mendas, his first hit of the day, he's 1 for 3, 2 walks. His 3rd time reaching base safely. As Cameron Koppel will come to the plate. You know, it was a great job by the Muckdogs. Obviously, not would you, as that one grounded to shortstop. Grabowski fields, throws to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. 6-4 fielder's choice. They cannot record the out at first, so there's 1 down. Obviously not what they'd want, allowing those 3 runs, but as a team, they didn't lose focus. Of course, some adversity, but they didn't let it flummox them. As the count, a ball and no strikes on James Bolton. They bared down, they got out of the inning, and they're still up by 5 runs. They may have allowed 3, but they recognized as a team that the sky wasn't falling, and they got the job done as the 1-0. This is inside on Bolton. Two balls and no strikes the count on James Bolton. That one misses outside. 3-0 now on initially the extra hitter, now playing first base. Here's the 3-0. Inside. Ball 4. Couldn't quite see if it hit him or if it was a wild pitch. Excuse me, or if it was ball 4. Either way, believe that was a walk. And it puts 2 men on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. For Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro on the day is 1 for 3. He's reached base twice, a single his last time up. Also has a walk to his name. He takes the first pitch breaking ball from Favada for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on its way. Inside to even the count at 1 apiece. Excuse me. I thought it was a ball inside, but no. It's called a strike. The count now 0-2. Castrataro probably not happy with the call. Does the wise thing, takes time, steps out, and resets. So lets that be forgotten as he'll dig in now. And that one does hit him. So the base is now loaded with Muckdogs with 1 out. As Justin Espinal will come to the plate. The Muckdogs up by 5. Espinal up. Carreras on deck against Vincent Favada. Favada making his first pitching appearance of the summer. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. Favada was heavily sought after prospect, graded a 9 out of 10 on perfect game. So there's a strike. And for those of you that don't know what that means, perfect game evaluates a 9 out of 10 level player as someone worthy of a potential future top 10 round pick in the MLB draft. He's transferring from Mount St. Mary's after redshirting his freshman season. Now on the mound for the Pios, he gets Espinal to foul the 0-2 pitch away, third base side out of play. Oh, 0-2 the count on Espinal. That one misses high. Gavin Chandler is still in line for the win today. The Muckdogs, that one grounded, foul outside of first. The Muckdogs, after this ball game, will head up north to Canada tomorrow for a doubleheader. And if they win today, they continue a streak of home dominance. A win would improve their record to 10-3 on the road. At home, on the road, they've struggled a bit, 3-5. That one misses inside to even the count at 2-2. Here comes on 2-2. Outside to run the count full. Nowhere to put Justin Espinal. Omar Carreras on deck. Pitch is grounded to first. He steps on the bag. That'll be the only out that they'll get. As a run scores, it's the 4th RBI of the day for Justin Espinal on the ground out to first base. It puts the Muckdogs in double figures as runners are on second and third now with 2 away for Omar Carreras. Pitch to Carreras is outside for ball one. A fly ball, given a ride out to right. Smith backing up, makes the catch with the full extension as he ends up on the warning track. So a nice swing. Put some good wood on the ball, did Carreras, but it's out number 3. 2 runners left on base. The Muckdogs score 1 run in the bottom of the 8th inning. As we head now to the top of the 9th here this evening. It's 10-4 Batavia.
Hey, I bet you're a good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on.
Right, 2.
Oh, that's ugly, man. Strike out, video boy.
Come on now.
Right, 3.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still bat.
Jay Creighton is on for the Muckdogs. He is the 6th pitcher of the day. 6 pitchers apiece, so 12 different arms used in this one. Pitch from Creighton. Breaking ball fouled outside of first from Hicken. On the season, Creighton with an 8.44 ERA. This is his 6th appearance. He's gone 5.1 innings, 6 strikeouts to 6 walks. He last pitched on the 21st versus Jamestown. Went 1.1 innings, allowed 3 runs. He's ahead on Hicken here, a ball and 2 strikes. Brooks Hicken having a good day at the plate. Was looking one slot above him. 9th inning. I like to think I get a little bit of slack as the 1-2 is up high. Hicken, maybe not having the day that he would draw up. He's 0 for 3. He struck out his last 2 times to the dish. The man in front of him, Ty Martineau, is 2 for 3. 2 for 4. So here comes the 1-2. A fly ball down the left field line. That one is a fair ball. It's the first hit of the day for Hicken, and it's going to be extra bases. He's in there standing at second. The play closer than expected, but not really any sort of threat of throwing out Hicken at second. So it's a leadoff double, and a man on for the Pioneers, as Brendan Hammer will come to the plate looking for his first hit of the day. He's got a pair of lineouts and a ground out as part of an 0 for 3 contest. That one misses high for ball 1. A ball and no strikes on Hammer. Creighton misses low. The count now 2-0. Two balls and no strikes the count. Creighton ready, kicks and fires. There is a strike. The 2-1 misses outside. 3 balls and a strike now. Three and 1 now. Creighton kicks, fires. There's a strike to run the count full. There's a called strike 3. Creighton dials up a heater. He freezes Hammer and records the first out. Here in the 9th, the Muckdogs 2 outs away from sweet victory this evening, as Baker will come to the plate. He reached on an E7 his last time up, back in the 8th inning. The 8th inning where the Pios sent 9 men to the plate. That breaking ball gets away from Romick. Advancing to third is Hicken. So a 1-0 count and a runner on third base. These base runners don't really matter at this point in the game. Of course, it matters that the Pioneers need him to score, but for the Muckdogs, they don't really need to pay much of any mind to those guys on base. If they wanted to, the Pios could be stealing aggressively, and Muckdogs, of course, would try to get him out in this situation with nobody on base, but at this point, Jay Creighton honed in on getting these final 2 outs. Now worried about Hicken at third and any other potential base runners as the 2-0 is in there for a strike. Here comes the 2-1 pitch inside. Baker slides out of the way and goes ahead in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1. Line drive, base hit. It's the first knock of the day for Baker, his first as a Pio, also his first RBI, as now it's a 10-5 game. Muckdogs still feeling comfortable, looking to get these last 2 outs. As Dylan Fitzovich comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, a single and a walk. First pitch to him. Fouled back. Looking at the pitching line for the Muckdogs today. Again, it's been all hands on deck. Breaking ball misses up high. Gavin Chandler went 5 innings, allowed 1 run unearned, so 5 shutout based on the ERA numbers. Luke Rising pitched a dominant 1-2-3 6th inning where he struck out the side. Jake Sliz pitched a scoreless 7th. Irwin's Branch went 0.2 innings, allowed 3 runs. None of them earned, however. Did walk 4 batters in the 8th. Pablo Sainz came in, closed out that frame. Now, Jay Creighton on the mound and a 2-1 count on the 10-hitter Fatovich. That one misses. Now it's a 3-1 count. On the way. It misses for ball 4. A walk for Fatovich. 3rd time he's reached base today. First free pass surrendered by Creighton. Now the lineup flips over for Aiden Grabowski. Grabowski looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 4. The Pioneers already 1 run across this inning, 4 in the last 2. They haven't given in. They aren't going to go down without a fight. First pitch, a nice breaking ball from Creighton paints the outside corner. When the Muckdog pitching has been on, it's been getting ahead in the count, throwing a first pitch strike. When they fall behind in the count early, it's been a night and day difference as that breaking ball grounded to third. Koppel throws to second for 1, on to first. Double play! Around the horn they go. Koppel, Ueno to Bolton. And that will wrap this one up tonight. The Pios score 1 run in the 9th inning, but it doesn't matter as the Muckdogs secure a 10-5 victory here this evening. They improve to 13-8 on the season. The Pioneers drop to 11-9. They've lost 4 straight. The Muckdogs, off a loss last night, right the ship tonight. They win this one, and they return with this one going about 3.5 hours. They'll return to the Diamond in about 15 hours as they take on the Ironbacks for Game 1 of a doubleheader tomorrow at 1 p.m. That's at George Taylor Field in St. Catharines, Ontario. I thank you for joining me here this evening. I'm Nikita Lohman. I've been taking you through this one. Some special contributors. For one, Gavin Chandler with a fantastic 5 innings, 1 run not earned. Looking at the Muckdog score sheet, a lot of contributors. Justin Espinal went 2 for 4 RBI day for him as he took sole possession of first place in ribbies for the squad. Jackson Inman reached base safely all 4 times that he came to the plate. A good day for the Muckdog offense as they scored 10 runs on 9 hits. The Pios with 5-5-1, the Muckdogs 10-9-4. We thank you. Thank you for listening to Muckdog Baseball, spending your Saturday night here, watching the action at Dwyer Stadium. I'm Nikita Lohman, wishing you all a great rest of your night.